Hello, my name is Steve Kang. I work as a pastor here in California since 2004. And I'm not one to share much dreams, but when the Lord does show me dreams, I do bring it to God and ask Him what this is about. Before the California fires broke out in January, I had a dream about a month, 2 months before, around November of 2024, of just such a clear vision of Los Angeles burning. And I remember we saw this vision of LA burning, but right before we saw that, a bunch of leaders and Christian people at a retreat was escaping a bear, and we all ran up the stairs, and the second floor was safe, and it was a strategy, a headquarters, a room, a war room, a preparation room, where many church leaders gathered and Christians were there. And a huge screen opens up, and through this screen, I don't think it was a window, it was a huge computer TV screen. We were able to see LA burning. In the dream, the city was burning. There was World War III or some type of war going on. But I remember the dream had two distinct features. One was that AI and robots were involved in this war. But before that, LA was burning. And then sure enough, a few months after the dream, we had the Altadena, Pasadena, LA fires that was devastating to LA. And I asked the Lord, before the fires came, after the dream, what is this dream about? And the Lord showed me very clearly in my spirit, in my heart, just through prayer, that this was a fire that showed the fire was a wake-up call for the city to unite. And the church, as a result of the fire, united and strategized. And yesterday, on June 17th, 2025, we were at Grace Church. In the dream, I knew in my spirit that we were at Grace Ministry International, which is the church I got saved in, a very missions-minded church that baptized 1 million people and planted 10,000 churches. The headquarters is here in Fullerton, California. I was a youth pastor there as well in 2008. It's a while back, but my parents still go there. And anyhow, in the dream, I knew in my spirit that this was Grace Church on the second floor. And sure enough, on June 17th, Pastor Mando, Sister Grace, Pastor June Lee, and many evangelists, those who are calling upon the Lord with a pure heart from different streams and ministry gathered, many of them hungry for the Lord, hungry for souls. And we heard from Brother Pastor Mando about uniting in the church, strategizing to bring the church outside, to influence a city, to focus and save souls. And that was the same impression that I got in my dream as I saw LA burning, and God trying to wake up the church. And the vision was so clear that it was a clarion call for the churches to unite and save souls. The time is short. So I believe the fires represented twofold. In the beginning, the fires were small, but at the end, missiles, helicopters, robots were involved, and I heard in my spirit World War III. But before that, there was going to be a fire in LA. So I believe there's bigger judgment coming, but in the midst of judgment, God saves those He called. So there's a huge harvest right now like never before in the high schools all throughout California. There's churches are uniting like never before. You go out into the streets, people are accepting Jesus like never before. Why? I believe it's the last hour. There's war going on with Israel, Iran. I believe it's the last hour where we really need to wake up and pray and save souls and unite with other churches like never before. So thank you, pastors, for gathering, uniting, emptying ourselves, having a mind of Christ, which is that of a bond servant. So God bless you all, and I hope this dream encourages you to unite with other ministries, get out of our shells, bring the church outside the four walls, unite with movements like Hope Los Angeles and other movements where we gather as churches and really become one body. Because the glory of God is the love of God, and the love of God and the will of which is never failing, and the will of God is for the church to become united as He is one with the Father, not in a kumbaya, let's unite in a humanitarian way, but united as Jesus and the Father is one. So we're uniting under the will of God, the Word of God, and the power of the gospel, the hope of the gospel. God bless you.